So after you got all these equations right, they're gonna like well, most of the time you're gonna derive these. Some questions do give the x, but you know, most of the time you are required to do some sort of integrating and showing that you know what you're doing. Then they can ask you things like, alright, so they'll ask you stuff like, oh, when's the greatest height, right? Or, you know, what's the range, how far does it go? Sometimes they can ask you for the Cartesian equation, which is combining these together. Do not do that unless being asked, because that's really a big, nice way of wasting your time in an exam. And also, if we have to find the angle of projection, then we'll be given certain data, like, and then we'll be making t the subject here, so t equals x on v cos theta, and then subbing it into y, right? And that will become a quadratic in tan theta. Alright, some assumed knowledge, just not really assumed knowledge, I guess it's really just revision. And what you do need to know is obviously that sine theta times sec theta equals tan theta. So you need to know that, and also you need to know the Pythagorean identity, which is sec squared theta equals 1 plus tan squared theta. Alright, so those are things you're going to need to know when you're doing the angle one. Okay. Also, if we have to find the angle and velocity at projection, we'll find an expression for v cos theta from the x and for v sine theta, and then squaring and adding. So if you remember that, see this thing here, right? If they need the angle and velocity, so it would just be using squaring both of them and adding it, and you'll get v squared equals that. If we have to find the speed and direction at impact, we find x and y at the time of impact. So if they want speed and time, speed and trajectory at impact, right, then you just need to get, you'll need to get your, what is your x dot, or, you know, speed would be just v squared equals x dot squared from here plus y dot squared. Alright, and we can use that to find your v. Also, we can find out that what your x and v is, right? Think about what your, look at what happens here. Your y dot over x dot becomes v sine theta on v cos theta. Okay, and here you'll just get, to find, or to get theta by itself, this is tan theta equals y dot on x. Okay, so in other words, to get theta, you just inverse tanning that. Okay. Alright, so that's how you would tackle any speed and direction at the impact questions using that. Alright, so speed and direction.